Every great transit network needs a funny little short train service. Chicago has the Skokie Swift. London has the Waterloo and City Line. Boston has the Mattapan Trolley. And Sound Transit, the sprawling network of express buses, commuter rail, and light rail spines all over Greater Seattle, Washington, has this, a 4-mile streetcar running through downtown Tacoma. But why is this little line a Sound Transit service when Seattle's 2 streetcars aren't? Why is it shaped like a question mark? And why was it considered the beginning of the whole Link light rail system? The only way to find out is to go for a ride. Tacoma is located on the Puget Sound. With a population of about 230,000, it's roughly the size of Norfolk, Virginia. It has a massive port, a nice downtown with lots of interesting museums, is home to multiple universities, and comes up third behind Toyota when you Google its name. The T-Line streetcar, operated by Sound Transit, starts at St. Joseph Station on MLK Jr. Way, before running north to Division Avenue, looping around through the Stadium District, and running south down Stadium Way, Commerce Street, and Pacific Avenue, before arriving at Tacoma Dome Station, where passengers can transfer to Sounder Commuter Rail, Express Bus Services, and Amtrak's Coast Starlight and Cascades, the latter of which we're getting off now. Coming out of the station entrance, Tacoma gives us a stunning first look at its little light rail.
So, where's the gold pot?
Today's vehicle is a Brookville Liberty NXT streetcar, manufactured in my birth state of Pennsylvania. I would take more time to look at the station, but cars only run every 12 to 20 minutes, and this one is leaving momentarily, so we board through the streetcar's low-floor center and climb up to the high-floor area on the front. We start by running down a single-tracked section in a dedicated median separate from traffic. From here, we catch a glimpse of the Tacoma Dome Arena. Then we cross the eastbound lane of traffic to another single-tracked section south of the street, stopping at South 25th. Printed signage warns me to watch my head, and digital signage tells me to stay clear of the doors, after they've already closed. Thankfully, it updates after a couple seconds. Seating is mostly concentrated on the ends of the car, while the center leaves a lot of space for standees and wheelchair users. We turn north onto a single-track section down the middle of Pacific Avenue, before finally splitting into a double-tracked section. Another Brookville car passes us heading south. The third stop is Union Station. This name might conjure up images of grand fancy train terminals with intercity and commuter services galore, but today, we're the only train to stop at Tacoma's Union Station. More about that when we come back southbound. Next, we're shifting onto Commerce Street and passing the Tacoma Convention Center, which gets its own stop. Then we're at Theater District, serving multiple theaters, which was the end of the line from 2003 to 2023, although the current station is about 2 blocks south of the original. Yes, Sound Transit, the region-wide transit agency pushing the Pacific Northwest's express buses and light rail into the 21st century, personally oversaw and ran a 1.6-mile streetcar in one of the region's secondary cities for 20 years, and still branded it as part of the Link light rail system. We pass Old City Hall Station across from the Spanish Steps and ascend a steep gradient to South 4th Street Station in the median of Stadium Way. We watch our car disappear up the hill, then cross the road to see some appropriate artwork, and that we are pretty high up, one clump of trees away from a great view of the Puget Sound. Our station is located in the median of Stadium Way, featuring signage, a ticket machine, departure boards aligned with direction of travel, and wastebaskets. Another Brookville car arrives, tastefully wrapped with no dots, and we glide south, with sweeping views overlooking the port of Tacoma. Old City Hall, built in 1893, is next on our left. So why is this little line a Sound Transit service? Well, in the 1990s, Tacoma was targeted for urban revitalization, including by the newly formed Sound Transit. Here was their vision, along with the years each part of it came to be. 1. A multimodal transit hub by the Tacoma Dome. 2. A network of commuter buses feeding into it. 3. Commuter rail from Seattle. 4. Light rail from Seattle via Federal Way. 5. A smaller light rail from there feeding passengers into downtown Tacoma. Originally called the Tacoma Link, then renamed to the Orange Line and finally the T-Line, this streetcar was considered part of the Link light rail system from the very start, and it served a small but special purpose as a feeder to Sound Transit's larger network, quite possibly why they chose to maintain control of it, rather than giving it to a local bus operator like Pierce Transit, which operates buses in and around Tacoma. When ground was broken on the line in 2000, it was intended as the groundbreaking for the entire Link light rail system, and the T-Line opened a full 6 years before the 1 line. In 2023, the Hilltop extension opened, taking the line up to the Stadium District and around to the Hilltop District, home to St. Joseph's Medical Center. This extension more than doubled the line's length to the present 4 miles. We pass Union Station. Built in 1911 and used by Amtrak until 1984, it's now a courthouse. The Washington State History Museum is right next door. Then we turn back east, ending our journey on the little streetcar/light rail that has a small but important part to play in Sound Transit's grand vision. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you all next week.